What up, fucks? Hey, hello. Welcome to the Outcast podcast, the podcast for I know who, but if you're listening to this, welcome to the podcast. Uh, I'm your host, Rex One, unknown as Aaron or Sick Fuck, because I am truly a sick fuck. Welcome. A little different today, not in my room, but in my living room because I'm home alone. So that means I could do whatever I want. Right, Casey? Casey's my cat. Come see. Come see, Casey. Cats listen to me. Cats don't listen to people. Podcast. Been quite busy since last month. The school has finally ended, so that's really wonderful. I got a new haircut, but that's all messed up because it's vacation now, so I don't do shit about my hair. Next podcast is gonna be a little bit different because we're gonna have a guest. Hopefully, we're gonna have a guest. His name is Kaization. He has a YouTube channel with 1K subscribers, so that's pretty much that's my goal right now. So my goal now is just 100, but it's always great to have a guest on podcast because solo podcasting isn't gonna last a long time. Casey, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, well, apparently not doesn't want to come. Wait, I'll get him. So, he also stay here, man. Yeah. Enjoy this song. Outcast podcast. Let's begin. So I've already made a video about this topic, but if you aren't aware, World War III memes are coming back. Impressive, most impressive, because they're coming back because there's practically a civil race war in America right now. He's gonna sit here. Yeah, I know where I got. Okay, he's gone. There's practically a civil war going on in America, and I already knew that something like that is going to happen because America's fucked, system's fucked. Don't live in America. It's really annoying. I don't know who's gonna win as president. I think Trump is gonna win again. You know why? Because I think a lot of black people, and just people in general that hate Trump, but also Joe Biden is as bad as Trump. Not as bad, but it's still the white old dude that's gonna run the country. Trump is probably gonna win because if nobody's gonna vote for him, only people who are gonna vote for him are actually voting for him, are actually supporting him. So that's why my other cat needs me. Sorry, dude. My cats are like fucking toddlers. They want attention all the time. Come here, Joe. Joe. Here, I'm gonna show you. Ah, he's a big one. He's a hella chonker. Look at him. Look at how big he is. Oh, you're so big. You big cat. Who's the big cat? He doesn't like me at all. Come here. Just come. He's so big. Jesus Christ. The thing is huge. So the fucking tiger. Jojo, come here. No. Whatever. He's gonna destroy some stuff now. He's so fucking big. He's a big cat. What I was saying, Trump is probably gonna win because everybody's gonna vote for him. And that's fine. I mean, Jojo. to just stop. Okay. Another topic. That was really short topic. I just want to get it out. I'm really not good at podcasting. I'm still learning, guys. I'm still fucking learning. The last podcast got a decent amount of views. So I'll maybe do this more. I'm trying to make more podcasts because I'm gonna make 2 more Dutch podcasts. There's more like there's still the Outcast podcast, but they're like a spin-off. Because I have one with my 5-year-old sister. That's gonna be really fun. I already have the recording and stuff. And the other one is when my friends and I are biking and just fucking around. Yeah, that's gonna be really fun too. Today actually, the power just went on because from 8 to like 1 o'clock there was no power. I literally had no power. The fridge, I had no gas, I had no power, I only had cold water. So, I just went to play Animal Crossing, but that game is quite boring when you're not the town leader. After all, if you wanna buy Animal Crossing, but you have like family members that wanna play too, don't buy Animal Crossing then. Really don't. Animal Crossing is great and all. I've played Wild World when I was like from 9 to 11. So that was a really big part of my life because Wild World was so good, man. So good. It's such a good game. New Horizons is meh. I don't know, man. It's really not that as good as Wild World. WW was, It kind of lacks that feeling, It's I think the game is as popular because it's kind of a nostalgia factor, and I don't know why, but it really annoys me. Jojo, fucking, you still like a fucking dog. Here, wait, I'll show you how big this thing is. I'll show you. Here, look, Jojo. Look. He looks like this, but if you stretch him out like this, he's a fucking massive unit, eh? Look at this thing. Holy shit. Ow, 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 ow. Fucking hell. Look at the scars on. I got, can't show them. They're not visible here, but I've got a lot of scars of that thing. And it's not because he's mad or something, it's just when I'm playing with him, I've like a feather or something, all buff, and he goes fucking insane with his fucking giant paws and fucking destroys my hands. So that's fun, I guess. I don't know, he's a huge chonker. Jesus Christ, this thing. But he's so lovely, he's so great, he's a really nice cat. He's really tolerant of everything that happens to him. Like I said, I have a 5-year-old sister, and for her, it's like this thing. If she sometimes picks him up like I did right there. I don't pick him up like that, by the way. I pick him up like a normal cat, but she picks him up like she has caught a fucking oarfish or something. She holds him up like a fucking carper. Like she caught a huge fish, and he's so big. If you put him next to him, and if he goes on his 2 legs, I don't know how to say that in English. He might be actually as tall as my sister. No, maybe come here. But still, he's a huge cat. But he's so lovely. He's so lovely. And the thing is with this cat, he doesn't care He doesn't care if you pick him up like that. Like, he did scratch me, but that's just because he wanted to get away. And not because he hates me, because he still loves me. Somehow, I don't know why. Probably because we give him food, because he's fucking Garfield. Yeah, I mean, if I had a massive body like this, I probably had to eat a lot too. But he knows I'm talking about him. He's looking at me like weird. Cats are weird. I don't know how cats have evolved from those little things in Egypt to this massive unit of a cat. And this isn't even the biggest species. I have seen cats that are like this. You have a fucking big as a cat. It's really insane. It's really different to see that shit. I don't have my headset. I don't have my headset as microphone. I might get it. Nah, I'm not gonna get it. It is a staple of this podcast. Might get it later, but for now, I don't know. It was kind of quirky, kind of set you off from the. I'm not like the other podcast guys. I'm not even on fucking Spotify. I'm only on YouTube because if you upload it to Spotify wants your money. Jojo. God, yeah. Also with this cat, he catches flies, but doesn't kill them. And he's so dumb that he lets them live enough so they can still fly. And he puts them in their mouth and doesn't really fucking chew on them. He just likes the sensation of them going in his mouth or something, or he has them like in his claw, in his massive claw. And this fly is like, kill me already, fucking do it. And he's like, ooh, look a fly, and puts it on the ground and looks at it, ooh, that's a cool fly. And then the fly is like, kill me. And then tries to fly away, and he catches again, but sometimes he just lets them go and fly, and the fly flies away, and it's in our house. And he got a fly this morning, so I just killed it because it's probably gonna die of hunger if it's here, and unnecessary suffering. Next segment. So I've been thinking about like if I had one wish, probably wish for to know everything in the possible universe, probably, or like a laptop that has all the answers to the universe, or I'll wish for a time machine. Because time machines are fucking cool, man. Time machines are so cool. I don't know. I write stuff. I'm writing a book right now, but I'm not really busy with that. It's more like a hobby. I don't want to make money out of it or make it my job, but I just do it for fun because I've just all these concepts in my head, and I just have to have an outlet for those concepts, and I write because I don't have the tech to fucking edit a whole movie, Don't have the resources for that, but I do have a laptop and an iPad where I could just write on. So that's great. That's fantastic. But yeah, I want to write a book about time travel. It could be a really fun book. I know the premise would probably be like the premise would probably be like, I don't know, father, you got like, I don't know, I don't want to rip off Rick and Morty too much because I really like that show just because like the father and son, the grandpa and son connection Rick and Morty have, and they have through all those Avengers, but I want my time travel time traveler, the protagonist, to be like like a cocky guy, but not too cocky. Like cocky but smart, but not too Rick. Like because Rick is like he portrays himself like a god, and this guy just just fucks around with time, and that he's a criminal. He's like a criminal, and he fucks around with time or something, and the time police, of course, because we're probably if we got time travel, we probably would have a time police. That just makes sense. I don't want to rip off any people that have like, ooh, you're ripping off Gravity Falls or something for because they have a time police. Yeah, but it's logical, because if we would have time machines, we probably have a time police, because you don't want people raping Hitler. Oh well, we do, but you don't want people fucking up time. But there comes like the alternate timelines things, because maybe he doesn't fuck around in our timeline and just leaves it be, but fucks around in other timelines and creates more timelines, and that's why the time police are after him. Like something like that. And he has a companion. He needs to have a companion or something, and just picks out a random kid bored in history class. I want it to be like this, like that kind of dynamic, because they don't know each other, and this guy just picks him up from history class or something, and just fucking puts them in, I don't know, the Civil War, something like that, the Civil War, and I don't know. It's a vague concept. But yeah, it's I don't know. I'm still working on it, and I still need to finish my first book. The book I'm writing right now it's called Lost in Hell, or Verloren in Hell in Dutch. It's a Dutch book, but it's a first-person perspective in present time. So it's first-person present time. So I don't know. I like that way of writing. That like someone is telling the story while it's happening. Like it's just the thought that's so you can really go into the psychology of the character you're in, because it's the thoughts. You read the thoughts of the characters, and the thoughts describe also what's happening around them. So you don't have to do like James was sitting on a bench when his annoying neighbor walked up to him. It's like, I was sitting on a bench when that fucking twat of a George came walking around the corner. Like that. You can put more details into your character instead of like viewing it at a third person perspective when you can't really see what the character is thinking. So I don't know. I like that way of writing. So yeah. It's the book is about the First World War, but more like not like the battles and stuff, but more like the psychology of soldiers in the war, because it was a whole new war. I don't want to get too nerdy with this, but it was a whole new war. It was really different from other. You can lose 100 men in like 5 minutes. Because of new inventions like machine guns and gas and artillery that gets stronger, That's why I picked that war, and also I really like the dynamic of, I really like trench warfare for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the endless waiting until you finally get an offensive. I know, I like that style. It's basically just camping, But still, I like that style. But it's not because it doesn't really focus on the war. It focuses on the psychology, psychologic behavior of soldiers in that war because of the circumstances they are in. And I don't know. I've went to. My father knows a historian and writer, and he sent the manuscripts or like my first draft he sent to him, and he said it was really nice, but I just have to work on a couple things like I don't know grammar and stuff, but I'll work on that shit. So yeah, books. I'm a nerd. I'm a fucking nerd. Fucking nerd. Next thing. Last of Us. Last of Us 2 came out. One of the biggest games of this year. Not one of the biggest games, not the biggest game. I think the biggest game of this year is probably gonna be Cyberpunk. Because the build up, like, yeah, it's been so long, and I've just joined the hype train. I wasn't really like into it. I knew it existed, but I wasn't really into it until I heard like it's gonna be really immersive and stuff. So I don't know. Maybe I'll play it. Maybe I won't. It's different. It's different to say the least. It's a bit different. You can customize your genitals. You can have a 30 centimeter dick and big boobies. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. But yeah, Last of Us. I'm playing the older game again, and I don't know. It's my first horror game. I haven't really been playing horror games since I've started gaming as a hobby. I haven't really. Why am I picking? I'm just picking stuff up because I like it. But like I don't enjoy horror games. Like I maybe enjoy horror movies, kind of. I know I like roller coasters. I don't like horror movies. I want to get into them, but like the thought of them watching them is cool. I like the thought of it. But the actual watching the movies is like when I start the movie, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't do this. Because I'm not scared or something. Well, I am a little bit. I don't know. My brain fucks with me. At night too, it fucks with me. I don't know. I get hallucinations really quick. And that's not like if you look in the dark and you see like a figure, because I don't know. But I actually see things. It's really fucking trippy. And I don't know. Maybe you can see it all because of my fucking how do you call it? I don't know, these things. I don't know what word for it is. But yeah, those things. You can see that I don't really sleep a lot because I just watch YouTube. YouTube, go to bed. Hey, I don't blame myself for doing it. It's really fun. Sometimes it goes as far as like 4 a.m. 4 a.m. But yeah, Last of Us. It's different. I like zombie apocalypses. Wanna talk about them more on my next podcast with Causation. Because you can't really speak about zombie apocalypses in your own, like you have to like sort of dynamic. So yeah, by the way, go subscribe to Causation. He's a really nice guy. He makes videos. He's inspired by Fire Cynical. like I am, because I don't know, I made that first "Life is meaningless and we're all gonna die someday" video because of Barbie Nicole, because I like every YouTuber has that kind of series when they talk about the recent news, um, and I wanted that too. And Pio has ASOTs, unknown, otherwise known as a series of tubes, and he doesn't really do that anymore, and I like that because I like his movie reviews and his game reviews. I like those, so he should be making those more. But I started that series because of him, just because I like the series. So yeah, I don't really have lots to talk about anymore. Last of Us, yeah, it fucks with me. Horror fucks with me, man. And especially I know what's gonna happen because I'm at the part of The Last of Us now, when you fall into this cellar because of a lift falling, and I really knew the elevator that you have fallen off, that was gonna fall already. I knew that elevator was gonna fall, and then I knew that as soon as I get in that cellar and as soon as it gets a little bit darker than usual, there's gonna be clickers. And I knew when you just know, you if you have seen a horror game, you know what's gonna happen. And I know, but that still scares me. It still is like, because of my brain saying it still scares me because it just makes it more annoying. And not like annoying, but actually fucking terrifying. Those clickers, man. At least Ellie has a knife. You don't have to craft shivs anymore because Joel doesn't have a fucking knife. Joel should just take that knife, man. Fucking insane. But anyway, yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Maybe channel update. Yeah, sure, channel update. Little channel update. I'm working on those two spin-off podcasts with my stepsister. What do you do, step bro? No, but my sister, my 5-year-old sister, and the Feetscast, I'm gonna call it, because we're all biking. I'm gonna work on those, and I wanna work on more like, I know, camera, because I have this thing. I just made some shots with this thing. I'll probably show some. Like, it's a really good camera. Just look at this. My cat Casey. I don't know. Photographing shit. Yeah, this one is really nice too. Photographing shit is, I don't know. It's not been a hobby, but it's kind of like, I just have this thing and it's really nice. Look. Yeah, I have to find a picture that like is really zoomed in. Really. Here, look. I can pretty much spy on people. Like, this is really far away. And you know, it can just, yeah. Look at this. Yeah. It can just fucking go like this. So, you know, you can get really far if you like to. So, you know, it's a cool thing. It's really cool, and I like it very much, and it's very expensive. But still, I have a good, and I'm still using my laptop, my webcam camera, and it's actually pretty fluent. Not gonna lie, it's really No, it's good quality camera on this thing. I haven't really noticed that, but my laptop is on 2% and I have to go. So yeah, channel update. I want to make short videos of my just fucking shots I made and fucking music under them, like jazz, and just to relax on or something like. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Hope you enjoyed this podcast. It has been a bit, boring, but if you made it this far, please subscribe. And if you want to see more, like, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.